So the Yankees and Astros clearly will not be playing tonight because it is raining, and I decided, why don't I make a video about why the Yankees will not be beating the Astros and advancing to the World Series? And I'm going to tell you about it right here, right now, with the stats to prove it. As you've entered the Sports Opinion Log here in LexAnderson World, I'm LexAnderson. So if you're down with all things Major League Baseball, Yankee Universe, hashtag Pinstripe Pride, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon to stay notified for any and all upcoming future videos. Now let me just get down to why the Yankees will not be beating the Astros in this video. Well, after the Yankees Game 3 loss 4-1 to the Houston Astros, who pretty much treated Yankee Stadium like it's their second home, I was texting back and forth with my aunt, and she had said in one of the texts that the Yankees do this every year. And at first I found myself being upset, like, how could you say that, Aunt DB? What kind of Yankee fan would say that? But then, being objective as a sports fan, she's actually right. The Yankees, once again, in the playoffs, in the postseason, the bats have gone cold, and they are basically 2 games away from being eliminated in the ALCS. But guess what? Between 2009 and 2019, 10 years later, the Yankees have spent nearly $2 billion on payroll and don't have a World Series to show for it. And my frustration with the Yankees is that every time they make the postseason, the offense goes cold. And I've said in previous videos throughout this season, the Yankees will always give you a great regular season. And that's great. First team to go to London with Boston, first team in 150 years, blah, blah, bullshit. Great. Another great regular season. But in the mantra, the mission statement, the late, great George Steinbrenner, I expect a World Series appearance and most and more importantly, a goddamn World Series victory. And the problem with the Yankees over the last 10 years is that they don't play up to the competition. But the competition always rises to eliminate the Yankees. Do you think that teams are going to feel sorry for me as a Yankee fan, crying over the fact that my team hasn't won a World Series in a goddamn decade when it took the Cubs nearly 108 years to win a World Series? No. But the Yankees are still the royalty of Major League Baseball. Teams will always rise to the occasion to eliminate the Yankees. And year after year after fucking year, the Yankees always fall through the fucking trapdoor of being eliminated by a lesser opponent who gets to the World Series and sometimes doesn't even win the World Series. Texas Rangers, anybody? And it's sickening as a fan. Or who else? Tampa Bay Rays, anybody? Everybody always raises their level of play except the fucking Yankees. And now you got the goddamn Gary Sanchez, the Kraken, a.k.a. the soft shellfish, batting what? .111? Gleyber Torres is the only one doing anything? And our vaunted bullpen, for some reason, fucking Adam Boone keeps putting in Adam Ottavino with his 11.86 ERA. Like, why are you doing this? The rest of the bullpen is .188. But you keep bringing in this fucking lame-ass Ottavino who turned a 2-1 lead into a 3-2 loss and then turned a 2-0 deficit into a 4-0 deficit. This makes no sense. You read all this bullshit about analytics and stats and computers and CompuStats and launch angles, but yet you see with your own 2 fucking eyes that Ottavino ain't shit. But Ottavino set the karma when he got signed and said, oh, if I was playing during the Babe Ruth era, I would have been striking him out. Great way to set the tone, asshole. Enough is fucking enough. I can only take so much of this bullshit. I have to be real as a human being to myself that there is a good possibility that the Yankees, once again, will not get past the Houston Astros. And at the rate the offense is not scoring, the Houston Astros might be flying back to Houston on their way to the World Series. Because as of this video, the Washington Nationals, hey, guess what? They've already punched their ticket. They're in the World Series. They swept the St. Louis Cardinals, so they're waiting. You don't think that the Astros want to put us away as soon as possible? So now the fight is on, and the fight occurs Thursday night, bright lights of the postseason. I'm going to need the fucking Yankees offense to show me something. Now, with that being said, the winners of the National League, the Washington Nationals. Page break. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So a quick tip of the cap to the Washington Nationals for advancing to the World Series for the first time in their history and for the first time in 86 years. Washington has a baseball team in the World Series. And, the Prophet had called the sweep, so I'm not surprised because they have Strasburg, they have Max Scherzer, and now they have Corbin, who struck out 12 batters. Final score, Game 4. Washington Nationals 7, Cardinals 4, as the Cardinals never recovered from the 7 runs that the Nationals dropped on their head last night. Now, with that being said, clearly the Nationals have a very dangerous starting pitching rotation, which is why they're in the World Series. But let's add some reality to this. Can we stop with the bullshit about Bryce Harper not being on the team? Bryce Harper not being on the team is the reason why they were able to advance in the World Series, to the World Series. Can we stop with the Nationals advancing to the World Series and Bryce Harper not being a part of it? In all likelihood, you're talking about an alternate reality. The reality is that Harper leaving is the reason why they are in the World Series. Because Bryce Harper is an albatross. He's an anchor. He's kept the Nationals from succeeding to where they need to be. Let's not forget, the Nationals previously were 0-7 in the NLDS, losing 3 Game 5s in their home. So what does that mean? That means that the Nationals freed themselves of the bad, negative relationship, the aura, the character of the albatross, Bryce Harper. And Bryce Harper will be fine. Don't cry for him. He made his bed, and it's 13 years, $330 million guaranteed. At the end of the day, Bryce Harper turned down $250 million to get more money, more years. And we know his defense is crap, he's a streaky hitter, and he's injury prone. So once again, tip of the cap to the Washington Nationals for advancing to their first ever World Series. And I'm just going to end it with one more thing about the Yankees, because I saw a meme on Instagram talking about the Yankees having a new core 4. Pump the brakes, motherfuckers. The only way this Yankee squad can have any relation, any correlation, any similarity to the core 4 of Pettit, Posada, Jeter, and Mariano is they have to get to and win the World Series. But like I dedicated this video to, in all likelihood, there's a chance they won't even be getting that far. That's all I've got, America. Let me know how you're doing and how you're feeling. Drop a comment below. Sports Opinion Log. You can also catch me on the Gram IGTV. Dropping it down below. Thank you all very much for tuning in. Y'all know who it is. Derek Tyler, Brooklyn, Maine. Eric, M6 Drop. Thank you all very much for tuning in and dropping comments. And there might be some Yankee fans that might hate me for making this alternate reality video that the Yankees probably will be getting eliminated by the Houston Astros. And you know what I have to say to that? Fuck y'all. It's LexAnderson world. I'll say what I want to do and post what I want to do. My world. Because it's my video, my show. I'll say what the fuck I want to say and do what the fuck I want to do. And what I'm going to fucking do right now is pop my collar because I'm signing out. Go Yankees!